now is Rupert Williams, CEO of North Peak Resources. Great to see you, sir.
Hi, Mark. Thanks very much for having me on.
Absolutely, great to see you. Now, the company fairly recently took 100% control, not just 80, but 100% control of the Prospect Mountain Mine complex in Nevada. You've got the historical diamond mine, which is your focus there. So can you give us a little snapshot of all that?
Yeah, I'd be delighted to. We had an option to acquire 80%, and the first thing we did is we flew some airborne geophysics, and we did an MT survey, and that showed up a very large sulfide target underneath the water level, which the old timers couldn't get down to. So we were quite excited about that. We put a drill hole into it. We proved it was mineralized sulfides. We got some silver and zinc. As we sample across the top of the mountain, it goes more to lead and gold. So we're excited to put more drill holes down there in the upcoming months. We also did some drilling up in the Wabash area. We got some very good drill results. We got 22.9 meters of 12 grams, including 3 meters of 86 grams. So that kind of encouraged us to go up to 100%. So we're very pleased with the acquisition we've made.
In terms of the location, you're in Eureka, Nevada, and I understand I-80 Gold is nearby, McEwen's nearby, and you're focused on, and the team is focused on this unexplored center. Is that correct?
That's correct. It's an old high-grade mining camp, which hasn't had any modern exploration since the 1970s. So it's missed the last two bull markets. You're correct. We're sandwiched between I-80 and McEwen. We are the mountain in between them, and we think we've got some very good acreage there.
Excellent. Now, you're going to need to explain something for me and our viewers as well. It's not a term you run across very often, but the company released a news release a while ago about historical dumps which on the property, which could have viable assets and you could have revenue streams. So could you explain that a bit?
Absolutely. The property was mined quite extensively, and we've got 11 miles of underground tunnels and adits and shafts there. The old timers were mining anywhere between half-ounce material and 3-ounce material, and they were taking the material out, they were looking at it, and if it visually didn't look high grade to them, they put it in these dumps. And that is what we're going to be sampling. We've got 4 historic reports on the dumps that ranges in grade anywhere from about 0.8 of a gram to 3.5 grams. We're doing some sonic drilling next week to ascertain what it is. We believe that we will at least have a gram. We've got 220,000 tons of the material. So conservatively, we think if it's 1 gram, it's about $20 million worth of material. And we do have a pad we can truck it down to and get it into production probably this time next year, if everything goes right.
Right, and if it does go right, would that cash flow be able to offset a lot of the expenses the company incurs, and maybe you don't have to go to market as often? Or
again, we're thinking, our share of it should be around $10 million, 14 million Canadian. So that would be 2 years of us not having to go back to the markets.
Okay, very good. Good.
We're happy with that.
Okay, and then from a personnel standpoint, you joined in February. Harry Dobson came on as executive chair in May. And for those who don't know, Harry Dobson has a long history going way back to Yorkton Securities,
Absolutely.
Former executive chair of Kirkland Lake. You've got your own history, so put the two of you together. What does that mean for investors in terms of changes in strategy, perhaps?
Well, Harry Dobson, he picked up Kirkland Lake Gold because it was an old high-grade mining asset that hadn't had any modern exploration on it. Well, here we have exactly the same thing again, so you can understand why he's interested in this project. We think we've got the potential, and I stress potential, for 3 million plus ounces. We've got a lot of work to do, a lot of drilling to do. Geology can be unkind, but this is a big play with plenty of upside. So he was excited to come in. His project in Finland, Rupert Resources, is standing at nearly 4 million ounces now, $1.3 billion market cap. So he was looking for something else to do, and we think this is another great project. And the Erickson family, very kindly kind of said that they wanted us to run with it. So that's what we're doing. Excellent.
And lastly, we know that gold's at all-time highs. Does that provide any urgency maybe to execute and get things done as you want to do it? And could you maybe incorporate that answer into a more fulsome view of the investment case, to the point where investors should really be paying attention?
Yeah, look, we're delighted to see the gold price where it is. We see, governments all around the world have been printing money for the last 20 years. I think that's probably causing the gold prices trying to tell us something here. I think the gold has further upside, but it's a foolish game to try and predict exactly where it's going to go. I would hope it would go north of 5,000, but it may have a pullback first. But at these gold prices, we've got a highly kind of, a great opportunity. And lower grade material has suddenly become very economic. We're lucky we've got quite a high grade mine, but we do have some open pit material across the top of the mountain, and suddenly 1 gram looks pretty good. So yeah, we're pleased with how it is. We've got 44 million shares out. We've got a share price of 87 cents. So we've got a market cap of about $37 million, and we can think we can take this thing a lot higher.
Well, thank you for shedding some light on the company. We appreciate it.
I really appreciate the opportunity. Many thanks.
All right, very good. Thank you, Sir Rupert Williams, CEO of North Peak Resources.